seen growth in the European market, auto market, up 2.9% in 2004. Peugeot's sales were down 1.7%. The natural question is to ask why, what precisely has gone wrong?
There is two reasons for that. The first one is we don't sell anymore the 106. And of course, the volumes of the 106 were important in 2003. And the second reason is that the European market is very competitive, and we don't want to use all our money to compete on the European market. We prefer to keep our money to develop elsewhere. And that's what we have done in 2004, because our sales outside Western Europe have grown by 24%.
Renault expressed disappointment yesterday about the new countries that have joined the European Union and how it's affected the industry as a whole. How has this impacted Peugeot?
That's true that at the beginning of 2004, the markets of these countries were booming. And then after the 1st of May, the markets collapsed in some way. And of course our sales did the same. And that's true that on the whole 2004, our sales in these countries have fallen by 6%. But we think that on a long-term basis, these markets are good for us because we represent more than 7% of this market, and second, because we think that with the European Union, these markets will beginning to grow once more, in some years.
Euro-dollar. You've talked about this impacting your sales in South America. What are the various currency movements do to your sales?
The problem we have is limited at in South America, because we are selling many cars there, and they are sold not in dollar but in currencies that are linked to the dollar. So that's where we have problem with dollar, and that's why we have launched, industrially speaking, 307 in Argentina and 206 SW in Brazil to have more local content for our sales in South America. That's the best way we have to protect ourselves euro-dollar.
You've said that you want to regain ground that's lost in France, but you've lost a little bit of market share, but you don't want to do it at any cost, at any price. How are you going to do this?
We have in 2005, we have launches of very broad products that are very well adapted to the French market. First of all, the 1007 in April 2005, and then the 107 in June. We think that with these products, we will be able to gain market share in France without throwing our money by the window. So we think that with our products, we have the capability to increase our market share in France with a good profitability.
How do you see margins next year?
It's a bit, we will speak about margin in 2005 when we present our financial results in February. So you have to wait to have our opinion on that.
One last probably question on an outlook for 2005. Could you possibly give me a sales forecast for 2005? And also, given that, why? Because I think that perhaps sales forecast could be optimistic given the emission standards, the new emission standards, the rise in steel prices, and the fact that the European market is likely to remain flat. What sales forecast do you have, and what growth forecast do you have, please?
In 2004, we have sold 2,027,000 cars all over the world. Our objective for 2005 is to sell 50,000 cars more than in 2004. We have the products to do that. 1007, 107, the Coupe 407. We have the products to achieve that. And we think that as the market will remain flat or with a little increase, that's feasible. We are able to reach this objective. I don't think it's too optimistic. On the contrary, I think that's really feasible.
Thank you very much for
your time.
Thank you to you. Très sympa.
Merci beaucoup à vous.